re-record the new part, and you've just made a punch in. So I know that live bands use that feature quite a bit, so that should be really helpful for you. And then basically, you can go and record your guitar and everything, and make sure, like I said, make sure that you choose the right input. If it's just a mono input, vocals, guitar, bass, typically it's going to be a mono input. Now, if you're not seeing this feature, one of two things is the issue. Either you've got your track closed, but if you open it and you still don't see this section, you want to come down here to your I/O section. See, if I/O is off, you're not going to see it at all. So just go ahead and make sure that's on. Now, if you want to add like a layer, or in this case, I've kind of made an organ track here. So if you want to add like something and it's just a loop, well, you could do one of two things. You could either, set your organ track here, and then you've got your organ, and by arming this track, you can go ahead and play along to your song directly in here if you want to play more like a live band. Or if you have like just a small part that you want to repeat in certain parts, you would go over by hitting the tab key or hitting this key right here. You'd go over to your track and you'd arm it, and you'd make a clip. I'm going to delete this clip and make a new one. And then you could choose the length of your clip here, and I'll make it 2 measures. All right. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take the loop off when I'm recording. That way I get my 4 count, I record for the amount of measures I want, and then it stops recording, so it doesn't loop back over itself and start recording at the beginning again, because then you're going to continue to re-record over yourself. It's going to be hard to stop at the right time. So then I'll go ahead and hit this little point key, and there we go. That just recorded a little 1 measure part. That's fine. We could have extended it here if we want, but we'll just take that 1 measure like so, and then we turn the loop back on, and now we've got our let me play it now. So you've added another layer to your song, and then instead of trying to record it from this section into your arrange window that I've showed you in another training session, you can just drag that clip as a loop into the window, and then you can just put it and drag it wherever you want it in your song. And that would be a way where you're kind of using both the session and arrange window. And that's pretty much how you're going to want to approach it if you're in a live band. So I hope this tutorial has been informative. Now, when your song is done, after you've recorded it, to mix it down, you just want to make sure that you bring this little loop thing to the beginning of the song and to the end of the song. And if you're not going to use these MIDI drums, you can go ahead and turn that off. If you've got a live drummer playing, that's fine. You're going to want to make sure that's darkened, and then go render to disk. You'll see this little deal. You can normalize it. It'll automatically bring it to peak level. You can get the bit depth, but if you want to put it on CD, you're probably going to want to have it at 16-bit, because 24-bit is not going to record to a CD. You'd have to dither it, and that's another lesson. So 16-bit 44.1 is perfect if you want to put it on CD. You're going to hit OK. You're going to name your track, and you've got your song. So I hope that helps for all the live bands that may have been confused with some of the electronic lessons.